Tonight on the Patriot League Network, the Boston University Terriers look to make it 4 wins in a row as they host the Colgate Raiders. Welcome into Terrier Pregame. I'm Chris Picher.
And I'm Alexa Lamana. With just 5 games remaining before the conference tournament, there's so much on the line tonight at Case Gym, Chris.
2 days ago, BU guard Sarah Hope earned her first Patriot League Player of the Week honors after scoring a combined 43 points in the last 2 victories. Now we will take a look at how the 2 teams fared last time out. After an early deficit, the Eagles tied the game twice in the first quarter and gained a brief lead in the second off of a pair of jump shots from Emily Kinniston. Trailing by 1 at half, the Eagles used a 14-2 run midway through the third quarter to propel them to an 11-point lead into the final 10 minutes. Junior Michael Harris got the scoring going in the fourth, hitting a layup and free throw to put American up 55-41 for the team's largest lead of the game. The Eagles kept Lehigh at arm's length the rest of the way, earning their 3rd straight win. Thanks, Matt. Now let's take a look at the league standings. All 10 teams will be in action tonight.
And Chris, no true marquee matchup tonight. Every team in the top 5 is matched up with a bottom 5 opponent. That adds a lot of pressure. These games aren't must-win yet, but this isn't the time to slip up when you're favored. Yeah,
Alexa, we are getting into that later stage of conference play, so Colgate will try and finish the season in the top 6 because the bottom 4 teams do have to play in that play-in round.
A top 4 finish and a postseason home game is the goal for the Terriers, who are neck and neck with American. Those 2 squads currently tied in 4th. The Eagles will face 1-win Lafayette at home tonight, making this an even more important game for BU.
Yeah, really an important game for both teams as we head into the home stretch of Patriot League play. And now for the keys to the game, we'll start with the visiting Colgate Raiders. They need to do a good job clogging up the lane defensively, and on the other end of the floor, it's all about converting.
And now we'll take it over to Eric Getzoff for this week's player matchup.
Thank you, Alexa. Sophie Beaudry is the player to watch tonight for BU. The junior center has hit her stride. Over her last 7 games, she's averaging 19.2 points and over 2 blocks.
For American, they're really going to look to contain BU role players like Hope and Williams and really match BU's offense down low and open up those driving lanes for some AU guards.
And I think for BU, it's all about the defense. They need Corinne Williams. They need her athleticism to really try and slow down American. And I think they need to mix up both zone and man to try and confuse the American offense. A lot of things to track in tonight's matchup, and that will do it for Terrier Pregame. For Alexa Lamana and the rest of our Terrier Nation crew, I'm Chris Picher. Coming up, Alex Smith and Channing Curtis have the call from the roof. Stay tuned on the Patriot League Network. Welcome into Gov Fuller Field, the home of the Falmouth Commodores. I'm Chris Picher alongside Josh Hess. We'll be the broadcasting team for the 2016 summer. And right behind me, leading practice, is Coach Jeff Trundy in his 18th season at the helm for the Commodores. And he's one of many familiar faces for Falmouth this summer, Josh. Up at the 5th inning in Falmouth, the Commodores, their bats really exploding for 5 runs in the bottom of the 4th. And now Cole Sands will trot out to the mound for his 3rd inning of work. He relieved his Florida State teammate. And the 1-2 pitch to Maroglio is swung on and missed. So a strikeout from Sands, who collects his 5th of the ball game. Now the 1-2 pitch is a fastball for a called strike. Sheets does not like it, but Sands loves it as he trots off the mound with his 6th strikeout. And the Commodores are up 10-2. In between the 5th, and we'll head to the bottom of the 5th at Gov Fuller. Falmouth coming in, winning 5-7. I think they're all pretty relaxed, and I think they're happy to be here. And everyone's kind of been joking around, and the mood seems quite light. So I think you can expect them to just enjoy the opportunity. You have scouts from pretty much every team in the majors here, which is a great opportunity for them to showcase their talent, and also just really continue to kind of put themselves in the environment of what it feels like to play at the next level. Well, they were 10-10 after the first 20 games of the season, and you've really seen it in the postseason, especially after that Game 1 loss against the Braves. And I think it's been their ability to gel as a team. And when they do lose, they don't get discouraged. They bounce right back up. And I think the biggest thing is they expected to win those next 2 games after dropping game number 1. And the confidence is really unparalleled in the Cape League.
1, 2, 3,
The BU Women's Ultimate Frisbee team started a powerful campaign last month by writing "I Need Feminism Because" on their Frisbees with a personalized message.
Our feminism photo campaign with the Boston University Women's Ultimate was more of a reaction towards the morale post the election, not a direct response towards the election.
And I thought that it was a really great way for us to come together as a team. The Ultimate community is really making huge strides in gender equity in sports.
The pictures generated traffic on social media with thousands of shares and likes, accomplishing the team's goal of acting as catalyst to a larger discussion on equality.
So the fact that people felt comfortable to voice their dissents, not the rude comments, but the actual dissenting opinions, I thought was amazing. And I thought that it was a great way for people to break out of their bubbles and realize that this is a conversation that does need to be had. It's not a given.
As a group of strong, bold, independent women, we really wanted to show that you can do something about it.
The Ultimate Frisbee community helped spread the campaign all around the world to teams as far as San Francisco and Africa, including support for men's teams.
And one of my favorite parts of the campaign was when our men's team joined us and said, the reasons why they needed feminism personally, not just for their relatives, but why they as men need feminism.
The Boston University women's Ultimate Frisbee team took a step away from the serious side tonight right before exams start to play MIT in their last game of the fall semester. Reporting for BUTV, I'm Chris Picher.